When's
Just a warm-up.
RTX this year?
It's in August, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'm just trying to look for the dates. 7th through the 9th. Oh, ballin'. It's the week before finals.
Nice.
I will be getting back the day of finals.
Wait, but finals for the nursing thing?
Finals for school, yeah. I'm gonna
Taking summer classes?
Yeah. So I'm gonna
Yay, me too.
in the next summer, fall, winter, spring, I'm gonna take all my prereq classes. So like all my bios, my chemistry, my nutrition, my AMP, stats, stuff like that.
So are you basically getting another major?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
This will be my 3rd bachelor's degree.
What was the first one? I thought you were only a history major.
I was history and humanities. I got them at the same time.
Ah.
Nice, Vic.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like difficult or anything, but it was a thing. So now I'm going back for
3
a 3rd.
degrees.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna have enough fun just getting my one.
It's, yeah. Getting the history one was a pain in the ass as it was. Alright, Jim.
One minute.
Jim has not gotten back to me, so if you want to get this started, we are more than welcome to.
Give me like 1 more minute. I'm finishing a quiz.
You're finishing a quiz.
This better be a BuzzFeed quiz. Like, what Star Wars character are you?
No.
According to your breakfast food.
I wish it was that. It's a bio quiz.
Oh, lame. But imagine that, like,
Not just of the translation.
dude, imagine that. It's just like,
Dinner.
what Star Wars character are you? Determined by your breakfast food.
Damn it.
So,
Oh, well.
in case you want
Got
to
a
go
7 out
for
of 10.
the Emperor, do you eat what? The souls of little Jedi children? Is that it?
Alright, now I actually need to get my mic.
I guess? I don't know what you eat if you'd be the Emperor. Like, what would you... You were taking a BuzzFeed quiz about that.
I mean,
Huh.
I know what he ate during episode 6. He ate shit!
Did they sell out of tickets for RTX last year?
Last year?
Yeah, did they?
I think eventually.
I'm just curious because I'm planning on getting a job during my summer semester and trying to save up for RTX.
Well, while TJ finishes his quiz, I'll just wait for my sister to be done
finished.
here. Oh, alright then, so I think we're settled. Just a heads up, Tyler, if there's still some background noise you can remove, I apologize.
He's not really sorry.
I am, but anyway. So, this is the Star Wars special. I'm pumped. Is everyone ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
I'm as ready as I can be considering I'm tired as fuck.
I'm sorry, guys.
Nah, it's okay.
Make
It's
this
just
quick.
I thought it would be at midnight for me. It's now 10:33, so it's cool.
I mean, it's still kind of early for me, I guess. It's only 9:33, but you know, I don't know.
We can do this. An hour. An hour.
I can do it.
Do an hour!
I have an 8 a.m. class tomorrow, no biggie.
And Gaff, you're there?
Yep.
Alright then. So,
Sorry, I was stuffing my face with red beans and rice.
Yummy.
ooh, nice.
Ooh.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Shifty podcast. I'm Luis, aka SpartanSloth, and today we have...
Kyle Katarn, aka TJ1023.
Vic, mugsoftea. Hey.
Hi, I'm Gaff. We should play the Star Wars theme.
Dun, 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 dun.
Bass drop!
There better be some dubstep in the new movie.
Oh my god, there should be. Oh, fun fact, everybody. I feel like everyone should know this. I watched the trailer multiple times so far, and like probably a million already, and there's been no lens flare.
Yeah, I saw that tweet.
Oh, it's true.
Isn't
I
that
was very
exciting?
satisfied.
Right?
That was one of my biggest worries, to be honest.
I think that was everyone's
I know.
biggest worry. Shit, there's gonna be so much lens flare. Damn.
Now the only thing we have to worry about is, what's up with that lightsaber. But it looked cool when he was moving around instead of
It's
just
a
like sitting in the
handguard.
forest. I don't care about the handguard. Like, that's fine. It's the fact that it looks like the freaking whip thing with the, like, it's all crackly and stuff. I don't know how to describe it.
It didn't look.
It looked better in this trailer than it did in the last one.
So I don't know if like that was a visual choice or if that was like maybe he just raised from the dead and that's what his lightsaber looked like because it was really dusty.
That's what all dead lightsabers look like.
You guys mean like the blade look weird?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys played The Force Unleashed?
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say. They have the distorted crystals.
No, I mean, during the first Force Unleashed, I can't remember exactly about the second one, but during the first one, there would be like 3 different crystals for each color. So you have like 3 different reds, 3 different blues and greens and yellows, and so it was like a solid blade. Then there would be 2 other different kinds of blade that they look weird, but they look cool as shit as well.
I think they were called.
That it's like an unstable crystal, and then one is a compressed crystal, and the other one is just a normal crystal. So maybe that's that? I don't know.
Yeah, I just wish they would explain it. And at this point, I feel like they're, not telling us on purpose just to be dicks because, they already showed the actual lightsaber hilt, like, the Anakin's lightsaber hilt. Even though we don't know how that still exists. But anyway.
I'm confused about that.
He probably just built it off like he got it online. 3D printers these days, man. You can get anything. But yeah.
Yes.
No. You can go.
Nah, just clarifying for the audience. This is a special episode in which we'll pretty much just talk about Star Wars, I guess. Because it's right after the Star Wars Celebration Week. And holy shit, there was so many news there.
That was a lot of news. I'm trying to find something that kind of like rounds up all the details. So kind of just like breaks it down to what happened.
I have one.
I don't know. Someone bring something up.
I was about to do that.
Well,
freaking Boba Fett is no longer dead. I mean, canonically speaking, because in the old expanded universe, it was like, oh yeah, Boba Fett's not dead. He actually managed to escape and all that. But then Disney came along and said, no, fuck that. All the expanded universes now belong to us, and it's all just bullshit until we say so. I mean, until we say otherwise. And then, with Battlefront's trailer and all that, it seems like Disney established that Boba Fett is actually still kicking.
I kind of saw that coming.
They kind of killed him and then they brought him back. But didn't they already announce that they were going to have, it was guessed that they were going to have, a whole movie based on Boba Fett? Just like a whole movie based on Han Solo?
I was under the...
Yes.
Sorry. Gaff, go.
All I said was, really?
Yeah. This was, rumored a while ago, but I was always under the assumption it was, after Clone Wars Boba Fett. So, after his dad died and he kind of was off on his own. Because he was off on his own when he was, 13, 14.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So I didn't expect them to actually go into him. Nah, that's too much of a far reach. I was going to say, he could be that Silver Stormtrooper. That no one knows who the fuck that is.
Wait, who could be the Chrome Stormtrooper?
Yeah,
I'm guessing he's probably just some
Boba Fett?
Special dude.
Yeah, I know. It's just totally throw it out there. But he looks badass. But the problem is he's not wearing any of his Mandalorian gear, and that's kind of what made him him. So I think that's definitely a stretch.
My guess is it's probably not anything special. It's special, but it's not overly special. It's probably... I mean, this is just what I think. Like they already have enough unique characters in the movie, it seems already, that they don't need to add any more. So I would guess that it's probably just like a a really high level of stormtrooper, and they're just like, oh, watch out for these guys. They're I don't know, force sensitive or something, and you can't use your abilities on them.
Well, but then again, they are making a new trilogy, and apparently they have established that the core characters will be different. Like, sure, Luke and Leia and Han and Chewie will make appearances as well as R2, but I have a feeling that that trio they show, and that new droid 88BB or something like that, I think they will be the new main cast for this trilogy.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole idea.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense for them to go back to. I mean, Han, Luke, and Leia are great, and I think even Mark Hamill said something about that, like to that extent.
Like they've
Sorry.
probably been downgraded from main roles to like major supporting roles.
Yeah.
Like they don't have a
Well-
main point in the plot per se, like persistently, but
Mark
they're still
Ha-
going to be there.
Mark Hamill has said that essentially this film, like, even though they're involved in the next three, this film is essentially them handing over the franchise to these. I mean, technically, we don't even know who the three are. I mean, it's Finn, Rey. I don't know who the third is, unless it's that X-Wing pilot. I mean, that would maybe make sense, but, like, those two have really been the only established, like, these are going to be the three new main characters, along with BB-8. But Mark Hamill has said from the beginning, like, this film is us handing it off to them because we, our time is up. Like, we can't, we're in our 70s. We can't do this anymore. And then, though there has been the rumors that it's also centered around Han, so I don't really know which rumors to believe in, whether or not it is a film centered around Han, or if it's just a film of them kind of, like, transitioning into that, like, this is now their universe and their, like, this generation's new Star Wars.
I just really hope they don't kill off Luke or Han or Leia or Chewie, because that would suck. Like, that would be a cheap way to, get rid of them. Instead of just saying, oh, they went into retirement or something, just, oh no, yeah, they just fucking die and that's it. Or, oh no, they sacrificed in a really shitty way, like, oh, an explosion. At least, like, for example, Luke. If they want to get rid of Luke somehow, at least make him die in a super ultra kick-ass Jedi battle,
Yeah, like he would need to die fighting. It wouldn't make sense.
Tearing asses apart.
For, like, it always sucks when you're watching a show or something and it's like, oh, or a series of movies or reading a series of books or whatever, and it's like, oh, this guy's been a badass throughout the entire thing. But all of a sudden at this one point, he dies from some little thing because, they needed him to die for the plot. I don't think they would do that. So if they were going to kill off any of the main casts, any of the original main cast, it would probably be under like extreme circumstances. Although I will say one thing, I think I don't know how important Leia will actually be in the movie. She might already be on her way out, judging by the trailer.
Well, I mean, they didn't with using that theory.
I'm just going off, like, this is just my theory, because he mentioned, oh, my sister has it, the Force, and you just see, like, this decrepit old hand reaching up and handing off the lightsaber to who I would assume is Rey.
Rey as a kid?
Maybe.
Because that's a kid that lightsaber is being handed off to.
No, it seemed like it didn't seem like a kid.
It seemed like an old lady's hand, and then just, a normal woman's hand. And how old is Rey?
I'm gonna look.
Normal.
Rey
old people are not normal, apparently.
Well, before you say she looks, there's a difference between what their, like, character's role is and, like, what their actual ages are. Because, they cast, like, 30-year-olds as high school students all the time.
Well, and they also cast 16-year-olds that are just a lot older than they really are. It goes both ways.
True.
I mean, but I always thought that was a kid, though. I swear. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Star Wars.
I'm gonna watch the trailer for the 40th time.
Right? Pretty much.
Same here.
I just need an excuse to watch it right now. Oh, I'm gonna find it real quick.
So
Da-da-da.
have they actually said like who is Rey related to any of the original?
They haven't really said anything, and I'm very happy with that. Like, kind of the twists and the details have been very well kept secrets, and I would prefer it that way. I like the speculation; it's kind of fun.
One thing I'll say is that BB-8 seems to be the new, the new droid slash comic relief for this movie. I'm not sure how well I'm dealing with that. I mean, I'll miss R2 a lot.
Tell the age of those hands. They're both female hands, but I can't tell because the one on the right doesn't look that old, but the one on the left, like, could belong to a young boy, but it could also belong to like a 20-some-odd-year-old woman. I can't
Yeah, it
tell.
struck me as a young woman's hand.
Well, I think for me, the
More
way
importantly,
she's holding it...
is she married?
I don't care. The way
I
she's
mean, we're looking
holding
at
it...
hands here. If we're looking
way-
at hands...
If she hasn't put a ring on it.
The way she's holding it and like the way she grabbed it reminded me of like a young boy. That's why I just associated it with a young boy. But it could very much well be Leia handing it off to Rey. I don't know. Shut up, Lewis. You suck.
Gaff was laughing.
Well, I like Gaff. I don't like you.
Hey.
That's
Damn it,
fired.
Vic.
But
Oh,
yeah,
God.
that's just my opinion. You're right. The speculation is one of the best things about this, and I feel like they're clearly doing that on purpose.
Well, and another thing that I'm gonna quote Hamill again. Mark Hamill said is like his concern was with releasing the films now is like one of the reasons what made the original trilogy so good was that there wasn't like all this media attention and like there wasn't the internet where rumors could get spread and leaks could happen, and his concern was is he wanted to keep the series and the plot details under wrap as much as possible because it was just fun for the fans. Like you don't know it's nothing like this is nothing like what the new Terminator trailer is, which essentially like they completely blew the whole plot line, and this is more like, oh, what the fuck's gonna happen now? So I think they're very much keeping to that idea of what Mark Hamill had about this trilogy, which makes me happy.
Yeah, it's nice that they're pretty much all these trailers are doing is just hyping, and like all they're showing is some very brief action scenes without giving away any plot spoilers, which is I kind of like that.
And honestly, that's how trailers should be. Trailers shouldn't be giving like you shouldn't watch a trailer and like know how the movie's gonna end or what the plot's gonna be. You should watch like a teaser trailer and a trailer. The point of them is to like in the teaser, it's supposed to tease you. It's supposed to make you excited. In the trailer, you're supposed to get a little bit more information that goes, okay, maybe I will go see this movie or whatever. It's not supposed to just be like, bam, here's all the information. Here's what happens to A character, B character. Now you don't have to see the movie.
Yeah. No, you don't have to see the movie, but you're going to see it anyway. Because,
Yeah, right.
We want your money. Also get this limited edition. This limited edition. Blah 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 blah.
Right. I mean, Jurassic Park just released a new trailer.
I haven't actually seen it yet. Shut up, Luis.
It looks
I'm sorry, baby. I love
interesting. It looks interesting, but like, it's kind of like what Jurassic Park did. Is they kind of gave it away a little bit more, but I think they revealed the dinosaur, which makes me a little pissed. But whatever.
I was never able to get, grasped by Jurassic Park. It's just,
Really?
I don't know.
The first one.
Yeah, I mean, it never really caught my interest. It's not that it's a bad movie, but...
I mean, it's totally fair. Okay,
Yeah,
we should probably get back on the topic of...
Well, I mean, this is still our regular weekly podcast. We aren't solely restricted to Star Wars, but if you insist.
Well, okay, just real quick.
So how about that Star
How are
Trek?
the beans?
Oh yeah, how are those beans?
Delicious.
And now, back to you, Vic.
And now back to Vic at the Star Wars desk.
I could go on. Let's move away from the trailer. I want to talk about Battlefront. Who watched the...
Fucking Battlefront. Holy shit, that is going to be awesome.
Right?
So, did any of you guys read the, there was, I think it was a leak of, it was a combination of a leak of Battlefront details as well as an interview with, think it was somebody high up at EA.
No.
I just watched the No.
Well, there were some details leaked, and supposedly one of the biggest things that people were excited for might not be included in the game, which were like space battles and a single player story mode.
Considering it's EA, you're gonna have to pay another $10 to get the DLC.
Yep. In
Well-
fact, I think one of the things it
those
said in the
greedy
interview.
motherfuckers! I knew you couldn't trust EA.
Hold on a second, Luis.
Yeah.
Let's not
Fucking
pass some
hate
judgment because this is still
Louise,
speculation
calm
at this point.
down. Well, actually, no. The single player one is true. They're not doing a single player. It's all multiplayer.
That is a little
It
disappointing.
sounds like it's
Aw,
gonna
damn.
be. It sounds like it's gonna be constructed the same way Titanfall was constructed, where there is that story mode, but you play as in a multiplayer campaign. And the DLC, one of the first DLCs they've announced, which is the Battle of
Jakku.
Jakku, is free.
Yeah,
So
I've
if
heard
you
that much.
if you pre-order it, well, I'm looking at the website right now. So if you pre-order for Xbox PS4, which by the way, it's as of right now, it's still not available for pre-order on Xbox, and that makes me really angry. So fucking Microsoft, get your shit together. Anyway, but if you pre-order it for PC, PS4, or Xbox, you'll be able to access the Battle of Jakku 1 week early. So instead of being able to access it on December 8th, you'll be able to access it on December 1st. So they'll release the game November 17th. You'll have like a month-ish, 3 weeks to play it. Then they'll release the Battle of Jakku for people who pre-ordered. And then 7 days later, they'll release it for people who bought it at the shop or regularly. And then the Battle of Jakku is supposed to explain essentially everything that happens like prior to episode 7, which that desert planet is Jakku, not Tatooine, and that was like one of the big final battles between the Empire and the rebels, which is why there's all the ships there.
Okay, that was actually another thing I was going to point out. Not point out about the trailer, but I was just going to, wonder, like, it seems a little haphazard to just say, oh, hey, here's this desert planet. It looks just like Tatooine, but don't worry, guys, it's not Tatooine. Like,
I mean, maybe they did that just for confusion-wise, to, like, make people think, like, they're going back to Tatooine, but they're not. I mean, it's a galaxy of millions of planets. Tatooine is not the only desert planet out there.
But
Like,
I
it's
have
not.
my own theory about Jakku. I think
It
it's
used to
supposed
be a luscious planet, and then it died.
No, because that's the theory behind Tatooine. Like
theory
according
about
to
every-
expanded universe and all that. But the thing is, like Jakku looks a lot like Tatooine, but I think the main difference there is that there's water, like small pools of it, and it's called Jakku because it's short for jacuzzi. So there must be a bunch of jacuzzis
Jesus!
further
Oh
on the
my
planet.
god! I thought you were actually gonna have like a legitimate
Yeah.
theory.
Hey, that's
and I was
legitimate.
no, it's not. That's
it was so
stupid.
close.
It was.
It's like in Red versus Blue when everybody
No.
was excited that Caboose was going to have a good idea, and Church is like, wait for it, and then he just lost it. It's like,
Caboose is
he had a good
Caboose is
idea and
alive.
it was gone.
God damn it, Lewis. Why? But I
yeah,
mean, I
like,
don't know.
if they're going to just go to another planet, just make it a little different instead of just saying, oh, it's a desert planet. Everybody thought it was Tatooine. Oh
There's-
no, it isn't
Crash
Tatooine.
Destroyer there.
It has
On-
a different name.
Honestly, there has to be a reason why Jakku is important and why they've decided to move planets. Because number one, like, I understand, like, Tatooine exists already. Why just jump onto another desert planet? But there's gotta be a reason why they focus on that, because if you looked at what else they said during the panels, is they also said that Jakku was not only the last, like, stand for the Empire and the Rebels, it was like the last battleground. It's also still a very war-torn area. So, like, there's no peace there. It's still very poor, very war-torn. It's just, there's no peace. So there's got to be a reason why they've shifted their focus from Tatooine, which was a very well-known EU planet, to Jakku, which is like absolutely no one's heard of it before. It's brand new. And shut up, Lewis. Jesus Christ. Anyway.
For the audience, Luis is emphasizing the jacuzzis in the chat. By the way, Luis, do you have sound packs turned off?
He probably doesn't.
Oh, fuck.
LOL. But there's
You're
gotta
welcome,
be
Tyler.
a reason, and I would honestly hope that it's explained in the game, because they said that in the game the DLC is going to explain a lot, and it's going to explain why Jakku is so important. So,
well, here's something I just thought of, because I often end up answering my own questions in my head. But it could just be like, as they're introducing a new trilogy, it might not have that much importance other than the fact that kind of in the original trilogy, even in the prequel trilogy, Tatooine has always just kind of been the birthplace of new adventures and journeys and stuff, and they're kind of being like, okay, we've got this new trilogy, we've got this new canon, we're just going to start completely with a clean slate. This is where this journey begins.
I mean, that totally could be it. But I would hope that there would be a bigger reasoning behind it than just like, let's start the new adventure here. Let's have a new planet. Because I mean, that's a great theory, but I feel like it's a very lackluster theory. Like,
oh yeah, I completely agree.
It's not not trying to like demean you or anything, but like for Disney and for these great writers who have written like Toy Story and all this other stuff, you'd think they would have like a better idea than just like, well, let's just start it on a new desert planet, like home birth of a new adventure. Like, I don't know. I would have more faith in them to come up with something a little bit more
I'll
intelligent.
have you know, I feel very demeaned right now.
So TJ, I essentially, in a long story short, I called you stupid.
Well, at least Jim
fuck.
isn't here. Otherwise, he would have just cut to the chase. At least you did it in a nice way, and I thank you for that, Vic.
You're welcome. I know you're very like sensitive, so.
I'm not sensitive.
Stop making fun of me. I'm crying. Oh my god. Yeah.
Poor TJ.
I feel bad now.
I'm just gonna go borrow Tyler's corner.
Fucking Justin.
What? I obviously missed something.
It's one of TJ's many aliases.
His name is Justin?
Well, my
It's
middle
actually
name is
Tej.
Justin.
Oh, really? Okay. That kind of explains something.
No, it's not just Justin, it's fucking Justin. There is a context to it.
So
Thanks,
my
Gaff.
initials would be TFG. TFJ. Damn it, you messed me up with the Tej.
TJ.
LOL.
Vic, please.
What?
This is actually an intervention. Vic, you have a problem with League of Legends.
What? I'm not even playing it.
You were.
I was, because I had some time on my hands.
Oh, God forbid you have time.
God forbid I
It's
got
just that-
home early and had like a half hour to kill.
If Vic was spending all her money on, blackjack and hookers, I wouldn't mind. It's just that I have
Wait,
a personal
what?
thing against League of Legends.
You would mind if I spent money on blackjack and hookers, but you
I
have a
wouldn't
problem.
mind, but I have a problem with
Well, I
League
mean,
of
they
Legends.
do have to go to college.
That's true.
Right?
They do.
Is there
I'm helping
is there a
them.
hooker college?
No.
Did I miss something?
They
No,
have
I have
to
a problem
pay
with
for it.
League
No,
of
they have to
Legends,
pay
not
for it.
with the hookers and blackjack, Vic.
Oh,
That's fine.
It's like, where can I sign up?
Hooker college, where you learned how to. Never mind.
This is just bad.
I've been
do you
playing a lot
guys
of
think
Bioshock
that
Infinite
there are
lately,
HUD
and
hookers?
I thought of what?
I mean, there's gotta be someone with a Jabba fetish out there, right?
What?
Hut hookers.
Maybe other huts. I mean,
Huts.
I don't know.
The big ass slugs.
Jabba the Hutt.
Oh.
Oh yes.
I'm a little scared.
Well, this de-escalated quickly. Escalated? It went in a very weird direction.
Well,
That wasn't.
I think it
so-
always goes into a weird direction. If you know what I mean. Wink. No.
Wink.
But
like-
hey,
Awkward
now
silence.
back into Battlefront. Remember how in Battlefront
He's trying
2?
to save face right now. He's
Yeah,
trying to
I'm
save
just
face.
trying to salvage the wreckage I just.
Yeah,
Turn this
it's
into-
gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
You ruined the whole podcast, bro.
But anyway.
It's just over.
Well, I'm trying, Vic. If you
go.
just get the fuck out of my
we,
way.
we don't need the recording. We'll do the rest on our own.
Bye.
But here's the thing. Remember in Battlefront 2 when there were the hero units? Apparently, they're bringing it back in this new Battlefront. Now, Vic, you said that the game will pretty much be just multiplayer. That, I'm not sure if I like those news. Because
Well,
the thing
why?
is, like, now that I got an Xbox with internet connectivity and all that, I play games multiplayer and all that, but still, I'm a single player kind of guy. So I really liked when Battlefront 1 and 2, you could just launch up a map and then just do your thing, with your AI team and all that, and then you will have a chance to play as a hero. But if this is multiplayer, I don't think there is any way in hell that I'll play as a hero. If it's something like, oh, you need to have the most points in your team, I'm fucked. I'll play as Jar Jar. I'll play as a freaking, I don't know, Ewok.
Ewok.
Well,
Ewok.
you say Ewok.
Ewok. It's Ewok!
Okay, Ewok. Jesus, woman.
Well, actually, did they ever mention like whether they were going like? So with the multiplayer only, if they're gonna do it Titanfall style, are they going to have the option to have like in Battlefront 2, you had the option to just play by yourself, but it would still be kind of multiplayer, but with all bots.
So this is what I'm looking at right now on their website. So from Jedi and Padawans alike, seamlessly swap between first and third person perspectives, which is kind of cool. Partner up with a friend in online multiplayer, share unlocks, and have each other's back on the battlefront. Fight for the Empire or Republic offline, solo, or with a friend in carefully crafted missions. So, okay, I may have just misread it. They may have missions for you to play, like, on your own, but I don't know if they have, like, a set storyline.
That was something
So, I apologize if I accidentally, like, gave out some misinformation, but I swear to God that's what I read. So,
that's
No.
something I sort of thought about earlier was they might not have a storyline, but maybe what they'll have is they'll have like they'll have missions with story elements in it. Like you'll go through the mission and you'll have like certain objectives that you have to complete, and you'll have like a voiceover in the background talking about the battle, and it'll probably be based around like historical events.
I mean, the Battle of
You know.
Jacuzzi is pretty much that, right?
shut up. It's not Jacuzzi!
What's the original name again? I totally forgot.
So did I.
Okay,
Jakku.
this is-
Jakku, okay.
This is what it's saying. Okay, so feel the ominous thud of an AT-18 stopping toward your location. Look up and see blah blah blah. Battlefront's released November 17th. Yada yada yada. Fight for the Rebellion or Empire in a wide variety of multiplayer matches for up to 40 players, or in exciting challenges inspired by films available solo, split screen, or through online co-op. Star Wars Battlefront combines the epic action of galactic scale with stunning blah blah blah, whatever. So it sounds like they're doing a little bit of both, but there's not going to be a single storyline, I don't think.
You know,
So
one of
you're
Okay,
not
so-
going to like go through it and like have a story. It's going to be like play these amazing battles that you saw in the film, and they're going to be 1,000 times better because it's a
Mhm.
video game. But
That's
You know-
both cool and a little disappointing because like one of the best things about the like Battlefront 2 was the story of the 501st, and that was kind of the first time they ever touched on like the clones kind of having sort of like human showing that they had a human side to them, which later got touched on heavily in the Clone Wars series. So it's both a little disappointing, but I'm also really excited to go through all those historical battles and beat the
I
shit out
guess-
of some Empire.
Honestly, for me, if they were to do a storyline, I mean, one, I think it would be really hard for them because they are allowing you to play from both Empire and Rebellion. So that'd be a lot of work to put into to create two storylines. So I can see why they maybe drifted away from it. But like, honestly, I would be more interested in the Empire storyline because especially after the Clone Wars, I'm fascinated to see like what happened to the stormtroopers and like what happened to the clones. Like, when did they officially move from clones to stormtroopers? Like, when was that transmission made? Like, how did it happen? Because one of the complaints I hear about Rebels is that, in the Clone Wars, they were like super badass, the troopers were super badass, they were awesome, like everyone loved them. But then in Rebels, they're like back to the dimwits they were in the first 3 films.
I actually heard something about that. I have yet to see Rebels, but I heard it gets really good towards the end. But I heard that it got renewed for a second season, and one of the things I heard, and I realize I keep saying the word heard
That's
a lot.
okay. That's fine.
But
You nerf herder.
one of the rumors
Hey.
I received the information of was that they're going to have a Rex cameo.
Yeah, that's what I heard too, that Rex was coming back.
Yeah,
So-
I saw like a picture of him with an old man beard.
I think they
Holy
announced.
crap, I wanna see that.
I think they announced that at Star Wars Celebration at the Rebels panel that not both Ahsoka were coming back, and because like that was a big thing on them. It was like Ahsoka lives, and then they had I think I remember reading something that Rex was coming back, but like I would hope that they touch on that storyline and that idea of like, was the last and was the final, because I'm pretty sure we've talked about this before, but like, was the final actual clones, the 501st, and did they die on the first Death Star when at the explosion? Like, were they Darth Vader's troops up till the very end? And like, what happened to Kamino? Was Kamino destroyed? Like, what did the Empire do to them after? No one. I mean, there is nothing, at least I know of, as
It
been
became
official.
Hooker College.
Yeah, it's hard to tell because a lot of that stuff is.
Yes, it became Hooker College. All right.
A lot of that
Mystery
information
solved.
isn't canon anymore, which kind of sucks.
Yeah. But it sucks, but it's also kind of fun. Like, I understand why people are upset about the non-canon, like everything being uncanon, but like,
Ripping peas,
Star Wars
Katarn.
that universe was so developed when Disney took over. They really had no breathing room to do anything. And now we have this like whole fresh slate of like, okay, now what is Disney going to do? Like, how are they going to handle this? How are they going to, they've legendized everything, but now how are they going to like create a canon that was as memorable and as loved as the previous one? Oh, and also too, the previous one never really touched on those questions of like, what happened to Kamino, what happened to the clone troopers. Like, that was kind of pushed aside, and it wasn't until extremely recently when even somebody touched on Darth Plagueis. Like, no one wrote a book about him, and I honestly thought that book was one of the best books I've at least read from that massive amounts of Star Wars books I've read, which is not a lot, but I thought that was one of the better books I've read in my adult life, was that story, and the story of Palpatine and Maul and Plagueis and how he played a role and like throughout the first 3 films. So I'm curious to see what they do.
Yeah, one of my favorite, speaking of the old lore, one of my favorite things to do when I was watching the Clone Wars series was I literally shotgunned that entire series in probably like 2 weeks, and I know that's not very fast for shotgunning, but I had school going on. Anyway, what I would do is I would always have Wikipedia like up on my computer while I was watching it, and every time they would make a reference to something, and I'm like, I remember that name. What was up with that guy? I would go and I would look it up, and I would like read all the detailed things, and I would get basically I didn't actually read as many books as I should have, but I got a lot of the information, and it I like the lore was really cool.
Yeah.
I don't remember where I was going with that, but
no, I see what you're getting at. You were just kind of saying like that's where you kind of got your information from. I mean, Wikipedia is great. It's, if I ever need a question on anything, I just go there and I'm like, tell me about this, and they tell me.
yeah, like like that's kind of where I learned kind of what happened with the clone troopers. I think they stopped making clones on Kamino and they started making them on like different outposts on like I think one of them was like on a moon around Coruscant, and then they started using donors from all over the place.
So they didn't really care where they got them. They just kind of made them to have the numbers? Because that's what it sounds like.
Like they probably still kind of had some sort of, process to like say, oh, you're inferior or whatever. But
you know what?
I mean, obviously they didn't filter out like guys with good aim, so.
Yeah. Obviously didn't.
TJ, you're saying that like they cloned people, but not necessarily the same genetic genetic code that was Jango's.
They didn't clone Jango. They stopped cloning Jango. So the only basically the only clones left from the Clone Wars are those guys. No more Jangos.
Okay, because there was this thing that they started recruiting people for later on in the old expanded universe. There was this whole thing with Kamino aligning with the rebels. And then the Empire was like, well, fuck you guys. And then they just started hiring people pretty much, recruiting them. And for Star Wars Rebels, which is canon, they released like propaganda posters like join the Empire, we are cool. No, nothing with cookies, unfortunately, but anyway. And there are some people like they show their faces and the kids being trained. Like, oh, you kids will soon become stormtroopers and, be cannon fodder, but never mind,
Hey, Hitler Youth.
Well, I mean,
what?
Speaking of Hitler, like, did any of you guys, that part in the trailer where they were turning away from that, like, whole sign, did that remind anyone of Nazi Germany at all?
Yeah, it did a little.
It was very reminiscent of Nazi Germany, and there was somebody standing up there.
With a black
that's
symbol.
Kind of like, I feel like that would make sense, though, because that's kind of been a running theme throughout the entire series.
Yeah. You're not good enough. And also, too, there was someone standing up there. Like, there was somebody there, but it was, like, teeny tiny, obviously. But, like, I mean, very reminiscent of, join us, Nazi Germany type thing.
It was Palpatine's bastard.
It probably was. I mean, he probably boned.
Jon Snow. He got tired of not knowing anything and just moved to space.
I need off this planet. Yeah, fine, fuck this. I'm gonna build a rocket ship.
I know I hate this planet, so I'm going to space.
I'm gonna get off this planet. I'm gonna find someone who actually gives a crap about me. I'm gonna leave.
Fuck you guys and fuck your winter.
Fuck this winter, fuck these White Walkers, fuck everything. I'm done, I'm out. See ya.
Peace out.
He just goes, neat.
He's like,
and that's
brother's
our
dead,
next fanfiction.
Father's dead, mother's dead, everybody's dead. Fuck this, I'm going to space.
Right?
Spoiler alert. Kind of.
Well, I mean...
Spoiler alert, he goes to space.
Shit, we just revealed episode 7 for everyone.
No!
Yeah, George R. R. Martin is actually the secret writer for Star Wars episode 7.
Well, that means everyone would die. Like,
yeah, things aren't looking good for Han and friends.
Right? They would be dead first 5 minutes out, and it would be not like some death on screen. It would be some really gruesome, bloody death with like their eyeballs popping out of their head.
There are 3 new protagonists.
The junk would be hanging
so
out for
3
no
new
apparent
movies.
reason.
What?
3 new protagonists and 3 new movies. So basically, for each movie, one of the protagonists die.
Oh my god, that would be so sad.
It's like the line of Succession with the president. It's like, you're the new main character. It's like, no, please, no. I want to live.
I want to live.
But you have to save the galaxy. Come with me. I have candy.
Did you purposely try to reference when Darth Vader killed that commander? And it was like, no, you're in charge. Don't disappoint me. The guy looked like, please, I
didn't even think about that.
Force
you
chokes
fired
him.
me for the last time, Admiral.
You're the new Admiral.
The new Admiral. No, I don't want this job. Fuck that.
Is it too late to take my leave?
Actually, oh my god, my mom
You're in
just
charge
died.
now,
I have to go
Admiral.
home.
Viet.
What?
It's like, yeah, I didn't hear the rest of that in context. It took me a second to figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm like, Vic, do we need to?
Vic, sometimes you're one creepy motherfucker. You know that?
Me?
Yeah.
How am I creepy?
Out of context, you're pretty creepy.
What? I don't.
Context is
Whatever.
everything.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So that was Star Wars.
Woo!
Yay! Hey, shoot some
How long have we been
questions.
going? About an hour?
No,
less than
not
that.
that.
Oh, did we get
Like
any
4 to 5
Star
minutes.
Wars speculation?
Yeah, I should. Oh, let me see. Vic, I think the news post has something.
Oh yeah. Sorry, there are a couple things. There's 2 things. Sorry, I was slightly distracted. So
Vic,
Sunny 88p wrote, I haven't watched the 6 movies. I have watched the 6 movies, some fan movies, and some cartoons, and I'm still not sure if I like Star Wars. But I will watch the new movies when they are out. So that's what Sunny thinks about it. Oh, by the way, did any of you see the 80s style cartoon of TIE Fighters?
Oh my god, that was
Did you
awesome.
Oh my
I watched
gosh.
that.
Gaff, you have to see this. If you haven't, we'll see if we can find it.
No.
We'll link it in the description, but it's like totally 80s theme. It's like so reminiscent of like Transformers and stuff, and it's from the point of view of TIE fighters, and it's fan made, which is the mind blowing part. They need to pick this guy up.
Apparently, it's like taking him like
Shit.
2 years to do.
4. It took him 4, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it's done
That-
really well.
It was amazing. Oh my god, it
Like
was so
it's
amazing.
better. It's better than honestly. It's better than most of the cartoon shows out there these days.
Yeah, and it was only like 7 minutes long. It wasn't even that long.
Imagine if he had like a whole team of animators working under him.
Oh god,
Oh,
he
man.
could make a whole show. That would be so sick,
Star Wars, TIE Fighters.
right? They need-
you know, that
That
made me realize something.
TIE Fighters.
I'm not really into anime. It's really not my thing. But the ones I watched and that I can say that I liked are pretty much all from like kind of like the time period, 80s and early 90s. So I don't know why, but I think there's a common element to that I can actually enjoy it. And when I saw that thing, like I must have watched that video a couple of times.
Oh,
What's that,
sweet. Is
TJ?
that it?
That's a linky do.
Oh, okay. So we'll have to
Ooh.
put that in the link.
Link shitter.
Link shitter. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Where we're shitting on your link. Wink. Okay, now we just need to turn that into a song. Tyler, you're up.
Woo! Okay, and then there's one more comment under it. From Leo B. He says, I'm wondering how the new Battlefront game is going to be. Will it be like the second one or like Battlefront? So, we kind of touched on that. We don't really know, but I mean,
Probably going to be like like a genetically engineered baby between the two.
yeah.
Hopefully the best of both worlds, but you never know. We could end up with like some
You get
freakish
the
mutation that just gets thrown into the
best of
Marvel
both
universe somehow.
worlds.
Oh my god, someone
Chill it
fucking
out,
kill
take
him.
it slow.
Someone just end his life, please.
Oh, Vic, just wait till you hear.
Yeah,
This
week's
podcast.
last week's podcast. Jim actually
Oh,
asked
no.
a question about that. I don't know what's up with you guys and tried to kill me.
Wait, who was it that gave the worst? Was it Tyler that gave the really bad way to kill you?
I
Yeah,
mean-
it was. He wanted to kick you in the balls.
Yeah, until I slowly died. So yeah, Tyler was the most
at least
gruesome
mine
one.
was, I gave you a hot girl.
That was
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. I mean, you girls should probably listen to the podcast when it gets released. But TJ was nice. I mean, he was a dick, but he was nice. And Tyler was just plain cruel.
Tyler cruel? I
Yeah.
refuse to believe that.
Well,
Yeah, it's hard to
Nah,
believe.
he's pretty weird and dark sometimes.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, have you seen his corner?
No.
if Gaff
This
said it,
mystical
I'll
corner
believe
I
her.
can't figure out. I don't know what's going on, but I can't figure out this mystical corner that everybody is
Picture
talking
a dirty
Figgle?
anus. That's it.
Oh
The
wow.
way he describes it, it just sounds like it's filled with like cuddles and bears and like pillows and shit. But like,
Well,
then
as much
you guys
cuddles
That's
describe
the
it.
problem.
Dirty anus can
Yeah.
hold.
He has a different perspective because he has to repress what goes on in the corner.
Oh
Whereas,
my
you know,
God.
as completely neutral observers, we can see the truth.
It's kind of
Completely
like
neutral.
Soviet Russia, you know. Oh, it's everything is great here, and when you look from the outside, you're like, man, those guys are fucked.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just I'm going to safely assume that it's a cute corner with lots of puppies and shit. Not literal shit.
I mean, if you believe
Puppies.
North Korea's propaganda, then yeah, it is.
Wait, are you?
Praise the
Did-
supreme leader.
Did you just compare Tyler's corner to North Korea?
Yes.
If you think about it, it's actually a really good comparison.
No, it's not. It's a
Yes,
horrible
it is.
comparison.
North Korea tries to like make itself look really nice to
There's
everybody
just
else.
one guy
but
who
then we
enjoys the
all know
place. Wants people to
Oh
think
my
it's
God.
cool.
I'm sorry, Tyler. I apologize. I
They're
can't speak
not
for
I'm
Luis,
not
but I
sorry.
apologize.
I'm laughing
They're
too
literally not sorry, Tyler.
I am
Don't
actually
fall
sorry.
for it.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly. Gaff says don't fall for it.
Don't worry, Tyler. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby. I love you.
God. Poor Tyler. He's not even here to defend himself. We're just
And
like
that's even
bashing
better.
on the point. No, it's not. It's so mean.
Wait, just kidding, Tyler.
Okay.
Although to be fair, you know, you said you will have people kick my balls until I die. So, eh,
Ow.
yep.
That hurts. I feel like my voice just went up like tenfold, like octave wise, because I'm coughing and shit.
Yeah, your voice actually sounds high pitched.
Does it? Did you
Yep.
just like really?
Yeah.
Really?
No, I mean, even though you're coughing and stuff, your voice is still high pitched.
Yeah. Yeah. I just don't feel
I
well.
thought my voice was fucked up
I've been on like
for no apparent reason.
I've been on like every sort of freaking allergy medicine these past like few days. I'm miserable. Pollen's terrible over here.
That's always fun.
Yeah, it sucks balls.
At least you'd know why you're feeling sucky.
I don't
Like,
know
for no apparent reason, my throat is just trying to kill itself right now.
that. Probably because you're talking. Oh. Oh.
You know, I can
Oh.
leave. You know, nobody
Okay.
wants me here.
All right,
Please do.
leave. See if we care. Leave, bro.
He did that last week.
I'm waiting for it says
I
change.
did.
User has moved
I was
out
actually.
your channel.
I had to check for a second because last week we had the channel locked, and
Oh, yeah.
I switched out without knowing the password. So that was. I didn't think ahead.
I take it you had a hard time getting back in.
Yeah, I had to request access back.
That's hilarious. That's really, really funny.
Well, we do have questions here, but they're not Star Wars related. Although, since this is a normal episode of the podcast, I'll just say that we could answer some of those.
Yeah, I'm down for answering some questions.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, TDBTyler asks, "You're given some mental." Oh shit! I almost forgot.
Oh no.
Forgot.
Da,
Oh
da,
no.
da, da, da. Questions. Oh come on! At least it was. themed.
Seriously, we need
At
a
least
new one.
it had a theme. Okay.
We literally
We should
need-
just replace that with the riff from the Star Wars theme.
yeah. Should.
Da, 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 da,
That was from Star
da,
Wars.
da, 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 da.
Wait, that was from Star Wars, wasn't it?
What?
No, it wasn't.
No.
Just okay.
Yeah.
Questions. Questions.
Yeah, it is.
I don't
Da, da,
give
da,
a
da,
shit.
da.
Questions, guys.
Okay. So this one was sent by TDBTyler, and he
You're all
asks,
bitching that I was going late. It was late at night.
"Hey, I just got confused by time zones. Okay.
Whatever.
Just do the
Answer
dang
it!
question. Well, ask it. We answer
Vic.
it.
Ask it.
I'm gonna give this video 2 likes because I cry every time."
I'll shut up now. I'm sorry.
You're given some Mentos and a bottle of Dr. Pepper, which I have yet to try because we don't have that in Brazil. But I digress. What's the worst possible situation you can get into with those two items? A bottle of Dr. Pepper and a pack of Mentos.
Okay, worst possible situation I can think of. Okay, so you take the Mentos and the Dr. Pepper, and you walk to the gate of the White House,
Oh no.
and you
Wow.
just
Oh,
throw
no.
the you throw the Mentos into the Dr. Pepper bottle, you seal the cap, and you run away.
Oh no. I can just see everything going wrong there.
You asked, I answered.
Literally everything that could go wrong went wrong there.
I mean, the first thing that popped into my head was turning it into like a Mentos. You know what?
We are gonna get arrested
Tyler, can you
because of
edit
you.
that out? Because that sounds
We
a
are
little too much.
literally going to get
Like-
arrested because
Shout
of you.
out to Nathan Henderson.
Like,
So
AKA
thanks for your
NSA.
service. My address is 7. Please don't hurt me too much.
Vic, they already know where you live. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't want to share it on the entire podcast. All right,
Oh,
can we
well.
go to a next question before we get into
No,
more trouble?
wait. I still have to answer. Gaff too, and you, Vic.
I don't even remember what the question was.
You're given some Mentos and a bottle of Dr. Pepper. What's the worst possible situation you can get into with those two items? I have an answer. Like I said, I never drank Dr. Pepper, so I would probably just drink the whole bottle, and then I would fill it with urine and return it to the store and say, "Hey, there's something wrong with this Dr. Pepper."
What?
And yeah, keep
I don't
listening.
think-
Stupid.
Keep listening.
Dr.
And then
Pepper isn't even yellow.
Exactly. So they'll be like, "Oh, what do you mean?" And then I'll be like, "Have it, taste it. It's odd." And so they'll drink piss, and when they realize, I'll just run away from the store. Where does the Mentos come? They'll run after me, of course. So I drop the Mentos on the floor, and they just fall over the Mentos, and that will give me some time to run. Burn. That's it.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, man. Free Dr. Pepper.
Hey, NSA, you may think I'm bad, but this guy is, trying to make people drink his tea, so,
But he
who's
also-
the real villain here?
He also lives in Brazil.
Yeah,
he's not really
Go
an
get him.
issue.
We don't even have Dr. Pepper, so...
Alright, Gaff. What's the worst
Lovely.
possible situation you could get into with a thing of Mentos and Dr. Pepper?
I throw the Mentos in the garbage and then I drink a cup of Dr. Pepper. Muggsy, your turn.
Wait, you don't like Mentos, Gaff?
Eh.
Okay.
Nyeh. Nyeh. Whatever.
Hey, Gaff, how do you feel about global warming?
There's starving children in Africa who would love those Mentos.
Meh.
I mean, what have they done for me lately? I don't know.
What are you gonna do for me? I mean, if you're not gonna do anything for me, you don't get any Mentos.
Meet me halfway.
You can have the Mentos if you pay for the shipping.
Oh, man, that's just cruel.
Oh my god. I'm alright. I'm good. Next question.
No, you gotta answer, Vic.
Dang it, what's the worst possible situation I can get into with Dr. Pepper? Probably just a massive stomach ache, because I'm with Gaff. I just throw the Mentos away and drink the Dr. Pepper. I don't
Chug,
really
chug,
like...
chug.
And also, too, I think TJ won.
Yeah.
I mean, he won that one. There's just no beating that.
Actually, something just occurred to me. Isn't it only Mentos and Diet Coke that has that?
I think it's Mentos in like any any drink, fizzy drink, because they all have the same like base. I don't know. Maybe you should. How about TJ? Your assignment for the week: see if there's a difference. So buy a shit ton of Mentos, buy a shit ton of different like fizzy drinks, and then just
Yep,
go
it
to
does.
town. Or you can just look it up at Google. I mean, that's not the fun way.
If you wanna be a bitch, TJ, you can just do that.
Yeah, God, TJ, be a little bitch.
So that was mystery solved.
Well, so these are your answers? You sure about that?
Is that your
Yes.
final
Next
answer?
question.
Mm-hmm.
Next
Okay.
question.
Where's my $2 million?
Probably will be used to pay for your parole.
Probably. Wait, no. There's no parole. Patriot Act, man.
Okay. Alright then, so this next one was by Sunny8P, and he asks, do you or did you have a role model?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say I have a role model per se, but, and I know this is probably kind of generic, but it's also kind of the truth. I'd say the person I kind of most look up to, welcome, Tyler. The person I've looked up to the most in the past couple of years would probably be, Bernie Burns, the head of Rooster Teeth, just like looking at where he was and where he is now, and just hearing all his stories and stuff, like, just, that seems like to have helped me think about what I want to do a lot. So, I know that's kind of a generic answer coming from a podcast based on the Rooster Teeth site, but, that's all I got.
Spider-Man!
Alright, Gaff, what's yours?
Does it have to be like a real life person, or can it also
I just
be
said
fictional?
Spider-Man, so...
Yeah, that's a good point. Fictional, I really like Tifa
Gaff,
Lockhart.
I meant Rio. Spider-Man's Rio.
Shut up! I'm answering.
Sorry.
Tifa
Gee,
Lockhart from Final Fantasy VII. I always looked up to her, and then real life, I really admire Meg Turney.
Oh my god,
love
I
her.
do too.
She is just awesome.
I agree.
You know who else is awesome? Spider-Man.
Oh my god.
I agree.
Thank you, Gaff.
Iron Man's better.
Fuck you, TJ.
Next question.
No, we need to hear from Vic.
Oh, sorry.
Vic?
Jumping the
Okay. Probably fictional. I'll do what Gaff is. Fictional, probably Hermione. And then non-fictional, Emma Watson, Meg Turney, and my mom. There.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Super
hoping
cheesy,
you'd say something like green tea.
but green
but-
tea. Oh
yeah.
god, I don't like green tea that much. Not a green tea fan. I like Starbucks' like iced green tea. I actually really like that. But like it has to be with a fruit, so it has to be like green tea with like raspberry or something. I can't
I
do
just
straight green tea.
assumed you were like an all-around tea drinker.
No, there's definitely teas I don't like.
Wow, that's a
I
misleading
mean, there
name you
is
got there.
one medicine tea that I really fucking hate. I don't know the name in English though.
I don't know. I like herbal teas are really hit and miss for me. There's some like those de-stressing teas and stuff because they put like licorice in it, and I don't like licorice, and ugh. So black licorice is really gross.
Your face is a licorice. Hey.
Well, your face is really gross too, by the way. Next question.
Oh no, I wasn't saying your face is gross. I was just saying it's licorice.
Was that like 3 questions? Or was that 2?
That was two.
No, there were just
Okay.
2. I'm sorry, Vic. I didn't mean to say you're gross.
Whatever. I don't care.
By
the
the
amount
way,
of
what's
fucks I give right
what's
now.
licorice again?
It's
Disgusting.
yeah.
Pretty gnarly.
It's here, let me Google it.
Wait, it's a candy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of. I
Like,
mean, there's
you
red
know what
licorice
Twizzlers
and
are?
there's black
It doesn't look
licorice.
gross. Looks
Well,
good actually.
Black licorice though is different than red licorice. Black licorice comes from like the root of a plant, and red licorice is totally artificial flavoring.
yeah, red licorice is just like jellied stuff in the shape of licorice.
Yeah. Black licorice is a little bit more disgusting. I'll tell you in a second if that's right.
Yep, that's
that's
red licorice.
That's red licorice. Black this. Hold on.
Like red licorice would be like Twizzlers or Red Vines. I don't know
No.
if you have those.
No, but I
if
did
you
see
scroll
these in
down to
movies.
if you do scroll down, so it says like candy blog, and they have a big picture of black licorice. That's what it looks like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't look gross, but
Well,
Like-
you have to taste
like-
it.
If you know what like an old man
Well, if someone
cologne
wants
smells
to send
like, just
something my
imagine what
way,
that tastes like.
wink.
Wow, that's an
Ima-
interesting way of describing it.
You know it's true.
It's one of those things where people say you either love it or you hate it. I hate it.
Yeah,
A
that's Gaff's gonna hit it on the
Well, okay, if you say so. I'll see if I can find this somewhere here, although I think it's pretty difficult. Or maybe
can
it'll be
see.
expensive as dicks. Like the other
Well-
day, I found maple syrup. Costs almost like $15 or something. $10 or $15.
Honestly, it's, Lewis, if you end up in the UK, you probably can find it in the UK. So, just to let you know.
Yeah, I'm sure
All right.
Tyler will hook you up.
Yeah. Tyler
mean,
hooked you up with a lot of things.
If someone wants to hook me up with
Some
licorice...
of them may not
licorice.
be legal.
Wait, it's licorice or licorice?
Licorice.
Ish. Okay, licorice.
Ish.
Licorice.
Ish.
Ish.
Also,
Ish.
if Tyler
Rish.
offers to get you like involved in a charity, just say no.
What?
Just
If
say
he
no to
offers
charity.
yeah. If Tyler's involved with a charity and he's asking you to help, just say no.
Did
Your
something
balls will thank
happen
you.
recently?
He threatened to kick you in the balls until you died for charity?
Oh, right.
Damn it, I'm terrible at making references.
I just had forgotten the reason.
Why, Luis? Why must you make it an awkward thing?
TJ. It is a podcast after all. Someone has to be in the awkward spot. Alright.
So just to bring it back to Star Wars real quick, they asked the guy who played Wedge Antilles to reprise his role, which I think would have been a lot more interesting. But he declined and said that he would not reprise his role because it would bore him. So that is a sad day.
Why
Well,
don't you reprise the role as generic pilot number 5 with an actual name?
Right? Like, I don't blame him because Wedge Antilles was not that... Like, his on-screen role was not that big, but, like, his EU stuff was really interesting. He played a huge role.
Isn't he the uncle of Ewan McGregor?
Yes, he is Ewan McGregor's uncle.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
And also, Ewan McGregor has offered to reprise his role as Obi-Wan Kenobi if they need him.
Oh, they should absolutely give him a spin-off movie, because say what you want about the prequels...
Oh my God.
I love the prequels, but
I just
you've got to
pants.
admit that Obi-Wan's acting was pretty spot on.
That is one of the reasons why I will stand by the prequels, is because Ewan McGregor did such a fabulous job creating Obi-Wan from this, like, very, like, I'm a Padawan, I'm, under Qui-Gon, and Qui-Gon's very, like, different than what the council wants, but I'm very following the code and the council and whatever, and then turning him into who he ended up being.
Like they actually showed.
Oh my God, it was brilliant.
Like I feel like he did the best job of showing a developing character.
Yeah, he did. He downright did.
He literally went from being the apprentice to being the master.
Yep. And I honestly would love to see either a film of him as an apprentice with
or like the interim
Qui-Gon,
years,
or between episodes 3 and 4.
Yeah,
I would
that
love
would be
any
awesome.
of that. I would buy and watch and hug for the rest of my life. But I also may have a huge crush on Ewan McGregor. I think he's absolutely gorgeous.
I may have a slight man crush on Ewan McGregor.
I would not blame you. He is beautiful. Okay, anyway, now we can wrap this up. Sorry, guys.
All right. Oh, wait. We do have an answer from a question of ours. Yay. Hold on.
Oh, what is it?
Calm down, Vic.
What is
Jesus.
What is it?
Wait.
What is it? What is it?
Okay, Vic, if you're so curious, you read it.
I actually have no idea where. So just.
There you go. It's the last one.
Okay. All right. I'll look for it. I deserve this.
You absolutely do.
Oh my God. Oh.
It's a long one.
Shit.
You asked for this.
All right. So Sunny88P answered a really long question, and I hate him for it. So
no, I don't. I love you, Sunny.
Question:
Thank you for doing that.
If you had magical control. Wait, really? If you had magical control?
Magical light control. Just, you
Okay,
know.
I don't know. I don't know if that was Sunny's mistake or somebody else's mistake, but okay. One elemental ability, what would it be? Answer: Earth, fire, air, and water. But you only asked for one. Okay, I like powers with large range of possibilities. So now I will elaborate on the main possibilities and only the main ones, because basically the possibilities are endless. Oh dear God, Sunny. Um, offensive capability. Throwing around dirt or fiery balls both would be offensive. Throwing balls of air would just blow. But ice balls would still be cool. Yes, I'm aware I made this paragraph sort of funny. It actually started out as an accident. This funny stuff ends now. All of these are good for long range attacks except for air, since its strength would diminish the fastest over greatest distances. Air gets minus points for not being a very good attack. Defensive capability. Creating a hut of earth or ice around you or other people would be great defenses. A wall of fire or electricity would only work if someone isn't willing to walk through it, and seeing as defense isn't meant as an attack, I would disengage that wall if they tried, so it'd only be a bluff defense. The same applies for a wall of air, only that more people would be willing to step through it. Immobilizing/control capability. Metal, electricity, air, and water can be found inside the human body. Controlling the air and metals in a body can severely harm the person. Water can be used to control the body quite well, seeing as it is everywhere inside the body. It would take the least amount of effort. Electricity can be used to control the brain and make people do whatever you want, but this would be very hard to pull off. There would be countless failed attempts until you got it under control. But if you only wanted to immobilize them, the electricity in the muscles would be the easiest control.
Unless the victim lived.
Shut up, TJ. Special capability.
Hey! It wasn't TJ.
He gave me an A-.
Oh, I saw the...
Special capability. Controlling the earth would make you rich the fastest. Finding precious and expensive metals and stones would be an easy feat. And creating homes for people would be a cinch. So you could start your own building company and make even more money. It's true. With so much electricity around us, any electronic device would be hackable with your mind. You become the master of the internet, as it's as simple as changing a 0 into a 1. You could also use it to run through your muscles, giving you lightning fast responses in certain situations that can be useful for superhero business, and creating a fire that would be easy way to get warm. With so much electricity around, controlling the air would include the ability to fly. Simple, creating a flow to lift you up would do the trick. Just don't go flying around in a kilt. Good advice. Creating lightning is also possible. You could create a bubble around yourself to go for a walk at the bottom of the ocean. Just be wary the pressure needed to do this. Controlling water and ice. This includes the abilities to transfer heat from one place to another quickly, with the added effect of density changes. With that effect, you would create flows of air in order to fly or produce lightning. You could send wind to places that desperately need it. For all these reasons and more, I would pick water and ice. And then he ends it with a gif of Korra.
Yay!
Holy crap, Sonny. Thank you for the answer. I still hate you, though.
Yeah.
Insert clapping sound.
That was a nice, very detailed answer. And
It was.
As much as I would love to debate you on it, we don't have time.
Yeah, and he's also not here.
Yeah. Next time you're on the podcast, Sonny, you and me.
Thank you, Sonny, for answering. I've noticed you answered our last 3 questions, so I appreciate it. Woo! Now, Do we have a question to ask them?
It's up to you guys.
I'd say it's up to Gaff.
Oh, fuck, I never remember what to say. I always forget.
Just make something up. Like tacos or burritos? That's a good question.
Do you like red beans and rice?
All right.
There it is.
Okay.
Do you like red beans and ice? Rice, not ice.
Red
Rice.
beans and ice.
Most importantly, do you like red beans and rice?
You could control the red beans with your water bending powers and stuff.
I mean, but why?
Because why not?
So you don't have to use a spoon or something?
Because you can. All right. It's probably over an hour, so we should definitely
a little
wrap this
over,
up for
yeah.
everyone.
Okay, so everyone, thank you so much for listening. Gaff, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Yay, Gaff.
And don't forget to, listen to the outro and find out how. Damn it, I choked.
Jeez.
Don't forget
This is
to
why
listen
we
to
can't
the
have
outro
nice things.
and find out how to interact with us. And also listen to Jim. And, well, until next week, don't cut yourself with a lightsaber.
Yeah,
You-
don't. It
you
hurts
fool.
a lot. At least it would, your wound would, cauterize really quick because it'd be a laser and you wouldn't be bleeding out everywhere. That'd be
It'd
good.
still hurt though.
It'd still hurt. It'd be kind of a shock, but you wouldn't have the blood everywhere, which is
Yeah.
a plus. So,
So
no blood.
just do some mental exercises.
Yeah.
Take a salt tablet. You'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be okay. All right.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
See you, everybody.
Thanks for listening to the Shifty Key Podcast. The intro and outro music is provided to us by our editor, TDBTyler. To get more involved with the Shifty Key Podcast, you can answer the questions for the audience asked by our guests, or even ask the cast a question of your very own, either here in the YouTube comments or in our Rooster Teeth group. To keep updated with this channel's shenanigans, you can follow us on Twitter, join and watch our group on Rooster Teeth, or simply subscribe. All links will be in the description. Until next week, goodbye.
Boom, 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 boom.
And now we can have a rave. Are we singing the same song, Vic?
Yeah, but in different tempos. Just not going well at all.
That's gonna be
Not like
great
the
to
others.
edit.
Wait, hold on. I know at the panel, at the intro for Star Wars Celebration, they did a Star Wars dubstep, and I want to find it real quick so we can link it.
Well, I mean, was it good?
I think so.
I mean, is dubstep
I didn't really
good?
hear it. I mean, I kind of heard it.
Quick question,
Is this
Gaff,
it?
do you like dubstep?
Dubstep's cool.
Eh.
Say so, dubstep sucks. Gaff confirmed.
Gaff's reaction to everything. Meh.
Okay, this one's really
It's
I would
okay,
say
shitty.
I trust Gaff more than I trust IGN. So
That
you
was
know.
more like whoop 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 whoop. That was not good. All
I
right,
tried
we're
to
gonna try
type
this
in
again.
dubstep and I typed in dubsteo.
Wow. So did you find the link?
This
Vic?
actually is not bad. It's a dubstep mix of Duel of Fates.
Is this the one that they
Actually
did
kind
at
of
the panel?
sick. No, it's not. But I don't think I'll ever find out. But
All right, see you, Gaff.
Okay, see ya, Gaff. Thank
bye,
you.
Gaff.
See you.
This isn't it either. I'm gonna take myself off to talk.
You
Alright,
just sent
cool.
two identical links.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
Sorry.
I
Sorry.
had them both playing at the same time.
It's still the same.
This is confusing.
Is this okay? Literally? Okay, I don't know what's going on anymore. I kid you not. I've hit Control Copy like 12 times on the other one.
At the same time, and they're all at different times.